You are now dialed in with the Dial Brothers.
Top of the morning to you. It is episode 28. Welcome to the Dialed In Show. I feel like I'm on the radio going through the little.
Clearly, that's what it sounds like. What episode is this?
28. You know, Uncle Willie, he told me, he said,
I was
this
about
was
to
years
say,
ago.
Uncle Willie.
He said I should have been on the radio. He said I had a good voice for radio. I don't know. Do you think so? You don't agree with that?
You could.
Mama said he's just hating. He's just hating.
Don't get your godmom on me. Don't be trying to do that. Whatever. So episode 28, man, guys, we are almost at episode 30 of the Dialed In Show. We thank the loyal viewers who actually subscribe, comment, and share.
That is.
And to those who are on the fence, you still can like, subscribe, and share. People are telling me they're watching. I just don't see the numbers translate, but they tell me they're watching. What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm not liking the way this mic is looking today. I don't know.
Okay.
Something not right.
I'm
with you though.
What'd you say?
I said I am with you though.
Okay. Have you ever seen a video where it like makes you think? It makes you say, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, probably every week.
That's not good. What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully you don't have that many epiphanies or learning moments. You talk about every week.
Well, yeah, you just go through life and you like, man, I never realized that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want you guys to look at this video, and honestly, I have real questions. Take a look.
How do they slice hot dog buns? Not all the way through, but also keep them connected. How are those two sliced?
Have you ever thought about that?
No.
Like, how are the pieces in the middle? How do they have a slit in them if they're connected?
And see, some things I'm gonna go. Well, I don't really care what y'all think, because I was about to say, I'm one of those people, not for real, but kind of for real, who I don't really know if we've been to the moon for real.
Now, if you want to be real, now it's crazy. I used to like say people are crazy for thinking, what do you mean we haven't been to the moon? But this is my retort to anyone, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but this is my retort to anyone. If we went to the moon before this type of technology that we have right now, and we have never been back, something smells fishy. How have we never been back? Like on the moon. We allegedly went to the moon, but we have never been back. We got iPhones now. We got smart vehicles, and we ain't never been on the moon since it happened.
Because we ain't never go the first time.
Smells fishy. We were in a race with them other countries, and I think USA just said,
make a video. But yeah, so I said that to say it's a lot of stuff that just doesn't make sense. And I also was saying to say that so much stuff isn't real or it's not good for us, because I guess what I'm trying to say, they have to cut that and then put them together some kind of way. But then how are you putting them together? Whatever that glue is, we probably ain't supposed to be eating it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
who said it's glue?
It's got to be something, because how in the world do you
bread
cut?
when you pull it apart? It's bread.
But how you cut this one?
Right. I have real questions.
It don't go all the way through. Cause see,
I have real questions.
At least with hamburger buns, that makes sense, because all of them, it's all the way through. Yeah.
I don't.
Come
I
on.
have real questions.
Those of y'all, somebody who listens to us, watches us work in a hot dog bread factory. Tell us how y'all do that.
Comment said, someone said, how's it made? Hot Dog Bun, season 6, episode 235, 12 minutes and 4 second mark. So I guess we got to check out Did you used to watch that show?
What show?
How's it made? Like it was a show. They
Oh,
show you how things are made. Like
yeah.
it was a real show.
Yeah.
Someone said cut it before you bake it, question mark. But still, how's it attached then if you cut it before you bake it? What is attaching it? Well, what is attaching it?
No. Think about it like this. If you got biscuits, matter of fact, I need to buy some biscuits from the store today. I like biscuits. If you got biscuits, you know what? I'm gonna do this. If you have biscuits and you put the biscuits next to each other, once
Mhm.
they done, they are all together. So if you
Yeah.
cut them before you bake them and then sit them next to each other, they're gonna bake together. But then that's the answer. That's how. That seems like that's too much work, though.
Yeah. Interesting. So
I wouldn't want to do all that.
So hold on. You cut it. How you gonna cut batter? What do you mean?
Nah, think about you know the biscuits before you bake them.
Yeah.
Just cut it. What you mean?
Oh, you saying okay? I got
You
you.
need a
Saying
sharp
the dough.
knife.
You're cutting the dough before you bake it. How does
Now,
it not just seal back?
because it don't. Now,
How?
listen. I want everybody in the Dialed In fam to give Micah some credit here, because if this had been reversed, if I had been saying what Steven's saying right now, and he thought he understood how they do it, oh, he'd been making it seem like I was so stupid. But he don't
You have
understand.
made some not smart comments. Let's
He
just be
be
real.
he be making me feel so bad.
You thought a certain state touched Texas. So let's
Because
not.
how I know it's a state between Texas and California.
I'm sorry. Did you go to elementary school? Did you go to middle school? Did you get a college degree?
I didn't have to know where the states were to graduate from
You should
school.
know where states are. What?
That's like, I bet you could ask the vast majority of Americans to try and tell you in the Northeast
Now,
which states are
Northeast,
next to
that's
each
different.
other.
Northeast is different because those states are very small and there's a lot of states. You thought, and I'm trying not to call you out, you thought a certain state touched Texas, which makes no sense because that state is on a coast. So how you thought that state touched Texas, I don't know.
Texas is on a coast. What you mean?
The Gulf Coast.
Right. So how I know?
You thought
Whatever.
Texas touched the Pacific Ocean coast.
No.
You thought-
I thought Texas
you
touched
thought-
California.
You called yourself out.
Because I'm sorry, I don't.
How
know my
did
geography.
Texas touch California? You went to New Mexico as a child.
As a child, I don't remember. As a child, I went to California a couple years ago. I thought Texas was next door.
You know how many states are in between California and Texas?
Now you really about to confuse me, because hell, I thought it was one.
Oh my God.
It's 2 states between. Now you making stuff up. Let me look this up for myself. It ain't no 2 states.
Oh my
between.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What is your what? Do you need to repeal your elementary school diploma?
Oh my goodness. I did not.
What is
Texas ain't nowhere
wrong with
near
you?
California. Oh wow. I swear I thought it was one state. That's crazy.
What state did you think it was, Micah?
Arizona. And to be honest with you, I didn't realize Arizona was right there, because I was looking at some stuff with Gabby Giffords and her husband, Captain Mark Kelly, which is why I started thinking about that moon stuff. And they're from Arizona. And it's like, oh, wow. Oh, yeah. So Texas and California are not. Oh, wow. Hmm. Well, the best part of the country is over here anyway.
I just don't know. And you can't say the public schools failed you because you went to private school your entire life.
Well, I'm going to bite my
Gee.
tongue on that, because that's a whole nother conversation.
You can't blame that private school either because you went to another one and still didn't know.
Well,
Jesus. Wow.
but I don't think that's important to
Oh my,
know
what? You
what
should at least
state.
know where major states are. That is important.
I
Yes.
know.
Can I point to Vermont? I mean, I think I can, but can the average person? No. But should you be able to point to California?
Oh, nah, don't
Texas?
do me like that. Now I know where
I'm
the heck
saying,
California
so,
is.
so what you thought the space in between the states were?
I'm sure if you gave me a blank map before
Oh my,
today,
oh my
I would
goodness.
clearly be able to tell you, oh, this is California, because I know it's long and it's on the edge. I clearly know what Texas look like. If you had said, what are these two states between? I would have guessed some names, but I don't know. Mm. I told
I'm
you.
not about to do that. I'm not about to do that.
I told you. Well, let's run it real quick and we can move on.
No.
Florida, come up, Georgia, Alabama,
Mhm.
Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. I thought California, but it's
It's New
New
Mexico.
Mexico, Arizona, California. Above California is Washington, Oregon, one of them.
It's a couple states. Yeah. Okay. Let's just move on.
Yep.
All right. So I think school already started in Atlanta last week, right?
Yeah.
It started in Tejas this week. Now it's funny because so me and some of my fraternity brothers welcome kids back to school. And as the years progress, children look older or their parents make them look older. It was some children who had some interesting hairdos when we were high fiving the kids as they walked into school yesterday.
And it was the
Uh,
elementary school you went to?
yes,
Mhm.
but then when it came to children who looked like me,
Black
some
kids.
of some of the girls' moms really did some hairdos. But this one is not Dallas. I don't know where this one is. I'm blurring the child's face because while I am going to laugh about this picture, I don't want the child's face shown. Look at this picture, y'all. Okay. All right. Can a child be a child?
And this is at preschool. This wasn't elementary school. This at preschool, pre-K.
Can a child be a child?
Just to be devil's advocate for a split second, her hair was laid. Like it was, her hair
That
was
hair
nice.
is not needed on anyone under the age of 16. Okay.
We might
So
disagree
you
on
think a
that.
10-year-old should have a hairdo like that?
You said 10, not 10,
I
not
said
10.
under the age of 16.
Do I think I'm sorry, I'm looking at this wasp trying to get in. Do I think do I think 14-year-old? Because see, around 14 you get to high school. So I'm thinking high school, I think
Okay,
maybe
but
is okay.
definitely not elementary school
Yeah,
or
no, no.
that is a grown woman's hairdo.
Yeah. She looked like probably what her mama looked like. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I can't imagine. Uh, they probably walked into the building with the same hairdo.
But yeah, it was definitely
That's
inappropriate.
inappropriate.
It was
That's
inappropriate.
inappropriate. And
But
the
I
child
wonder,
don't know better. That's like you
yeah.
said. That's probably what their mama looked like.
I wonder, is that against any school policy or anything? Like, could the school do anything about that, or no? Was it
I
just
don't know if it's preschool. I don't know because I don't know. That's just inappropriate. Why? Why? And I don't want to just say it's black people, but come on.
I ain't never seen anybody else do nothing like that. Listen, y'all type in the comments. First of all, would you do that to your child? I think nobody is
No.
gonna say yes. But second, if your child was best friends with this little girl, how do you navigate that? How do you, if your child then came to you saying that they want their hair that way, how do you tell them no without
Saying it's
condemning
ghetto.
their friend?
I said we ain't
Like,
got no money. We ain't got no money.
how do you do that? And then
We ain't got
how
no
do you
money.
how do you navigate that with their parent, your child's friend's parent? Let's just say the parent feels that you're judging. How do you
I
do that?
am. I'm judging. No, I mean you don't just approach to say your child looks like a exotic dancer, but you could say that's a little too grown. I mean, think about it, and I know times change, but think about it. It's doggone parents who won't let their girls get a perm when they
Mhm.
under 10 or something like that. Like just
Yeah.
that's inappropriate. Like, and I'm not big on telling people what they should do with their families or whatever. That's it. That
I wasn't expecting this to bother you this much.
it was. Why do you think that would be appropriate?
No, I said it's inappropriate. It yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Bless her heart, man. Jeez,
Mhm.
the blood of Jesus. All right. The Olympics just ended, and Jordan Childs has been talked about a lot, but not in a good way. So just a quick recap if y'all did not watch this part of the Olympics. This was one of the competitions where, I mean, USA had been winning everything, right? All the big things. And then this was an event where a woman from Brazil won gold who kept losing to Simone Biles. Simone got
Mhm.
silver and Jordan Childs got bronze. But that's not how it initially happened. Childs did not get bronze in the U.S. Her coach appealed, saying these scores don't look right, and they corrected the scores, and she got the bronze medal.
Mhm.
Fast forward a day or two, the person who lost protested and went to a court, basically a court who handles sports cases, and they said, "Oh yeah, USA was wrong. She got to get the medal back."
Mhm.
Day or two later, United States Gymnastics said, "We found some video that shows that we protested within the required time." The court yesterday, Monday, said, "Oh, we don't overturn decisions." So technically, Jordan Childs is supposed to give her bronze medal back. Your
Mhm.
thoughts?
I believe in following the rules as long as the rules aren't discriminating in any kind of way. And so if she's supposed to give it back, you lost. Give it back.
It was overturned there.
Mhm.
They did the award ceremony.
Mhm.
So why she got to give it back? Especially if the United States proved via video that they did not appeal too late. Why would you give it back?
But I'm saying
I wouldn't give it back.
but I'm saying the court made their decision.
Correct. That doesn't mean it was the accurate decision.
Who okay, but this is my thing. Who actually won though? Who won?
According to the scores, Jordan Childs got third. So when it happened, like the set when it happened, it said she was in I think fifth or
Mhm.
fourth. USA appealed, said
Mhm.
like on the spot
In the
said
in the moment.
this is wrong.
Mhm.
They looked at the scores and said, "Oh shoot, it was wrong." So the winner
Uh-huh.
was Brazil, Simone
Mhm.
Biles, Jordan Childs.
Mhm.
They all got the medals. Everybody took pictures.
Mhm.
The next day, it came out that the loser
Mhm.
appealed to a court,
Mhm.
and the court sided with the loser. And according to the court, she's supposed to give up her medal.
But okay,
But
because I'm
then,
saying
then
why
the
did they
USA said we have video evidence, new video that we didn't have that shows we appealed in the. You're supposed to appeal within 60 seconds or 90 seconds. And
Mhm.
we apparently appealed twice in a 60-second span. And there's video of it, according to USA Gymnastics.
But I
So
wonder
why would
how
you
does
give the medal back?
well, I don't know. I just think it's tricky because
How
if
is it tricky? You
USA
won there. You got pictures. You got the medal.
Mhm. Yeah.
A
Yeah.
court
Well,
overturns it.
Jordan, whatever her name is, yeah, she should keep it then. If I just want whoever won is who should get it. That's my thing. Who won? If she won, she should keep it. If she
Mhm.
didn't win, she should give it to the Russian girl or wherever you say she's from. She should give it to her. Was she Russian?
No, I think it was Romania.
Oh, because I was about to say,
I
you
don't
know
think
what?
Russia was in
They
it.
they
Russia
shouldn't even
wasn't
be
in it.
allowed to participate in the
Russia,
Olympics.
they weren't in it.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of medals, now, well, you were too young to remember this, but
You to
so
my
our
Angelo.
neighbor, Angelo Taylor, is a 3-time Olympic gold medalist. So one, did you know, and you probably don't, did you know the gold medal isn't gold? I mean, this dude's medal was bronze, the story we're about to talk about. But did you know no medals are gold?
What are they like? Gold plated?
Yeah. The medal is like 95% silver.
Mm.
So
Which
with
is
all
crazy because
yeah,
as big as the world is in the Olympics, they
Mhm.
can get some doggone real gold medals.
that's expensive. They have not been all solid gold in like 80 years.
I'm saying this is the world. Every country
Mhm.
we can as much money as we waste on stuff, we can buy them some gold medals.
Well, LA 2028, you donate some money for it to be all gold.
When I saw that, I said, you know what? I have absolutely no clue what life will be like in 4 years. I said, but I would like to go in
It'd be cool.
2028.
Let's go.
If we still living, if you still living, I'm still be living. I'm saying you older than me, but if you're still living,
Age
let's go.
does not equal death.
Yeah, that's true. But I really pray you go before I do. I don't.
Wow. Y'all
Wow,
here? Y'all,
you're 8 years older than me. I
I
think
know,
that's
that's a long time.
I'm saying I think you ought to go before me. That would be messed up if
Not
you
if it's
didn't.
tomorrow.
Might leave out here and get hit by a bus. You never know.
All right. Going back to what we were talking about. So this guy from USA who won, after a couple of days, his medal started fading. And other people were saying it too. Now that's embarrassing. Do you
The
see the
world is
picture?
cheap. I saw. That's he went to the Saptacat Mall and got a fake. A fake.
Wow. Wow.
Mm. But no, they sell. Look, I got this out of South Cab Mall, and it ain't faded. Where your big Cuban link chain? Y'all know Steven
It
was
is not
reporting.
Cuban link. It's a rope chain and it's on my dresser.
He was being a reporter for months out there in Big Texas with a big old chain around his neck.
Someone Saturday. I wore it Saturday. Someone said, and I wore a Braves hat. Someone said I look like what was the nationality? Basically, they were saying I look like a foreign baseball
Cuban.
player.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One, you got to learn your chains. It's not a Cuban link chain; it's a rope chain.
I know. I'm just saying it was so big. That's why I keep saying
My
it was
chain
Cuban
is
link.
not that big.
Okay, y'all see this? This is like less than 10% of how big his chain is. Oh, nah, he about to try and go get proof. It his chain is large.
It's not that big.
You
This is
must live
not
in a
that.
big house. It took you a long time to go get that.
I had to step over some stuff. This is not that big.
The video isn't doing it justice, y'all.
If it was on my neck, it would look just as small as Micah's.
No.
I'm saying on the video.
Oh, on video, yeah, maybe,
that
but in
big.
person, no. You ought to wear that Friday for your daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't mean to make you sad.
Hopefully Friday's not sad.
I want it to be very sad. If I'm being honest with you.
Why?
Why not?
Why?
And I've said this before. If I die, especially if I die seemingly prematurely, I want y'all to be towed up. Like I want everybody, I want people to just be like so distraught. Like, oh my God, he died. But
For those who may not know, and it sucks that I'm laughing. Friday marks a year that our dad passed away. Everybody know now.
Yeah. Look, since we talk about it, let's talk about it for just a split second. Because I was thinking about this yesterday. I said I was trying to think back to now a year ago. Like
Yeah,
what was
yesterday. I was thinking, what was I doing?
yeah. But what was
Because
taking place?
I was back in Texas by then. I
Yeah,
think.
I think
Yeah.
what was taking place on the 13th? If he died on the 16th, what was taking place on the 13th?
I was at work.
And some of it because we knew he was transitioning. We were already preparing for the funeral
That sounds morbid.
before he died. Well, why? What was funny, and this isn't funny. I'm glad we can, or at least I can kind of laugh about it and stuff now. When I went to the funeral home, this was like at least a week before he died. And I went in there and I told them, basically, I wanted to look at the caskets and stuff. And she said, "Well, when did he pass?" And I said, "Oh, he's not dead yet." I was like,
God, it sounds so. Micah, everyone does not think the way we think. Okay, so you sound weird right now.
"Oh, really? I sound weird." I'm like,
Yeah, people
I
don't
said,
go pick out a casket before somebody dies.
I said, "Oh, he's at home. He's not." But I
Your
think it
mom
was
is
like,
not gonna like this part of the show.
yeah. Hey, we said it from the beginning. Dowden show is the world listening in to our conversation, and so me and you talking about what we was doing a year ago, and that popped in my mind. It's like it was just funny when I went in there and she said, "Well, when did he pass?" He's at home. He's not dead yet. But I'm glad we did all that because when it actually did happen, um, you know,
You know what?
no, like for real, not trying to be funny. Even okay, y'all who are members or friends of the church where my father passed away, the letter that went out the morning he passed, that letter was written like a week in advance. Like we already wrote the letter. All we had to do was insert the date. That was it. So doing all that stuff ahead of time for me made a lot of that easier because it was done. Like there wasn't thought. Daddy's obituary was written. The order of service was. We did all that stuff before. So, for me at least, I can't speak for you and mother.
Why you say mother?
for me at least, it makes stuff easier because we had already done it. So I was appreciative of being given that little bit of time to get stuff together.
Okay. Well, happy you were appreciative.
You happy I was what?
Appreciative.
Oh, but now for real, people, listen, even if your loved one's not sick, you can go and do all this stuff yourself now anyway.
It's being proactive.
Pre-planned,
And you don't know what mental state you're gonna be in when it happens, and you got to do the planning. So
because now I ain't gonna lie to you, and this is part of what I told the lady when I went before he passed. When I went to the funeral, I said I need to do all this now. I said because my mama, if we come in here like and ain't none of this done, she ain't gonna be no good. Like
she was just fine.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff was already in motion. But yes, for me to clean it up, make her feel better. Yes, when she went in there, she did fine. I ain't gonna lie to you, both of y'all did much better. Me too. When we went to see him, his body, the first time, everybody did way better than I thought they would, especially her. I just knew she's gonna.
Well, we not gonna say everything, but it was because I love.
Look, one day we're gonna have to tell that story. One day we'll tell it.
I think God let that happen, so I wasn't sad because I was confused.
One day we're gonna have to tell the story. Maybe not today, but let's let him have been gone for maybe 4 or 5 years and then tell the story. It was y'all. Just to give you a little sneak peek, we get to the funeral home and and we go in to see him, and it was a bit like a movie for a second. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. And you're right. That's probably what saved like everybody from falling out because it was like, whoa,
We were caught off guard,
that was funny.
so maybe that was good because I was bracing myself not to walk in there. I was like, "Ah, crap!" Holding my mama hand.
Look, man, I want to say it so bad. You know what's funny? The three of us, me, you, and mom, we've not talked about that. At least not recently. Not we haven't talked about
We
that.
talked about that. Well,
I'm
right
saying,
when it happened, we talked about it.
I know. I'm saying in 2024, we have not
Well,
talked
we'll
about
talk
that.
about it this weekend.
That's funny. That is funny, man. And what's also funny is I kind of knew about it.
That's not funny.
I just didn't. I had not seen it, but I knew about it. Y'all didn't know at all, so it completely caught y'all off guard, like completely. Me, it was just like, oh, but yeah, y'all, it was like a movie. It was like a movie. We walk in there.
One day.
We walk in there and my mama and Steven, they just silent. They look, they well, you can't see me. They looking.
Nah, the second the door opened, I was like,
oh man. We're gonna have to tell that story one day.
all right. So how we go from a tarnished gold medal to you were talking about the chain. Okay. All right. Now the grand finale of this show. Oh shoot. Trump Harris. Hold on. Okay. So many things. Did you listen to Trump's conversation with Elon Musk?
No, I just saw that there were issues with it, and they was claiming that they got hacked or something. But
yeah, but the same thing happened with Ron DeSantis last year, so that was weird. Yeah, so it was a delay to start, and then people were talking about you got to go back and listen because I don't know what, and they showed video of him, so I don't know. So this was just audio, but if you hear it, Trump is talking like with a lisp, like Lou. You don't know Lou Holtz. His voice sounds different, like very different. And so everyone was talking about that too. I mean, the content of it was Trump saying what Trump says. But everyone was talking about how he sounded. He sounded
was he sick or something?
No, not on the video. I'll play a clip for you. And let's see if you pick it up. But I know everyone picked it up that I talked to. His voice just sounded very different. Like very different. Hold on, here you go. Let's see if you hear it. Hold on.
You look very much like, and actually, she looked very much like our great first lady, Melania. She didn't look like Camilla. That's right. But of course, she's a beautiful woman, so we'll leave it at that, right?
Like it sounded like
he just sounded more Donald Trumpy. Like
no, it sounded like something like he had no teeth in. Like you couldn't hear it.
He almost sounded drunk.
And people said slurred speech. I just didn't. I don't know.
Over the world, they're coming from Asia. They're coming from the Middle East. They're coming from countries that are stupidly and horribly bombing Israel October 7th. They're coming from all over the world. And you know,
do you not hear it?
It's so sad.
It's like it's kind of sad. Like I don't know.
And then why did they do a phone call? Why didn't they do
That's what Spaces is or whatever. It's basically a phone call. So you did that. What do you make of the race so far? I mean, Kamala Harris is gaining in the polls. I still want to give it some time to see if this is truly gaining in the polls. It's only been a couple of weeks. Clearly, and I said on my show Sunday, Republicans want Trump to stick to the talking points, the things that they can beat Biden and Harris on, talking about the border, the economy, yada, yada, yada. Trump's talking about crowd sizes and stuff again. Like, if he keep doing that, I think he may lose. Because what we're seeing right now is Democrats having energy, independents having energy. It's a new candidate, it's a younger candidate. And granted, while Kamala Harris is going to have to do interviews and stuff eventually and talk about policy, right now, ain't nobody talking about policy. Like Republicans are, but people ain't. That's what people caring about. Kamala's doing what Obama did, like taking advantage of social media. They're turning around videos super fast, doing TikToks and stuff. And Trump's talking about crowd size and if she's black and all this. He's taking his eye off the ball. And he's been sending tweets like he used to send 8 years ago, like tweets every hour.
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
Let me first, I'm gonna answer that. Well, I'm gonna say three things. One, I believe Kamala Harris is gonna win in November. Whereas before I guess when it was Joe Biden, I've been saying all year that Donald Trump was gonna win.
Right.
So that's number one. Number two, let me change up my opinion from last week. I am 100%.
Oh, yeah. Oh, see, I ain't even called you up. You were so upset about Governor Tim Walz.
I am 100% Team Walz. He is amazing. But I told you, I said last week.
We were talking about this in real time as it was happening last week. You were, who is he? Blah, 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 blah. I don't like it.
Look, somebody in the Dowden fam literally called me the day that they announced, and she said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Huh?" She said, "Because she picked Tim Walz." And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." Man, when you or me look at his record, look at his amazingly quirky personality
and it's what she needs right now. Now, granted, Shapiro is a great person. And I think he's gonna be on somebody's ticket one day. But and sources were saying this too. Now, one, do I think for her was Walz the better pick? Now, in hindsight looking, yes. But also, and some sources said this, Shapiro was kind of threatening to her because he sucks up a lot of energy. I mean, he's a good speaker. She's not a great speaker, if you want to be honest.
Yeah,
he's a good speaker.
He would have overshadowed her.
Did you see his speech in Philly that when she announced Walz? Like his speech had more energy than hers and Walz combined. Like
he's presidential, or you can see it. You can see it.
So I think part of her decision was she needed, and excuse my term, she needed a do boy. I mean, that's what your number two is. She needs someone who's willing to take a step back. He would have been on the same level as her.
Yeah.
I think Tim Walz was a good pick for her. And it helps with the.
I just thought about something. And this would have never happened. What do you think a Shapiro Harris ticket would have done if Kamala Harris said, "You know what? I really don't want to be president, but I'm cool still being vice president," and Shapiro,
it would have been energy like this. I mean, this is a different energy, but it still would have been. The polls would have been changing, just like they're changing now.
And I think it would have been easy. I still think Kamala Harris is going to win, but I think it would have been easier for him to pull in that other vote because he's a white man.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, for sure, Donald Trump is messing up. he's messing up.
Yeah.
All that calling her names and racist stuff and sexist stuff, and that's not gonna work. That's
Not
not gonna
this
work.
time. No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. He just, and it's crazy because he was running a good campaign. I mean, if you
Mhm.
really look from a political standpoint against Biden, he was running a good campaign.
And he was letting
Uh,
Biden shoot himself in the foot. He was,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, but this is the thing. Politics is a marathon, not a sprint. It has been
Mm.
3 weeks. We
Yeah.
still got 80 days. That's a
Yeah.
long time politically. I mean, this can drastically change next week after the DNC. This could drastically change after their debate in September.
If he would just shut up,
Yeah.
and I don't want him to, but I'm saying if he would just shut up, he would
Mhm.
be okay. He's just he act like a little kid.
Well, he's been acting like that, so that's not new. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean,
And I tell you this too, and I realized this how many years ago when Hillary Clinton was running for president and she came to the home of Southern Beauty.
where is
Uh,
that?
it's in Fairfield, Alabama, Miles College. Um, and I got up early. I remember telling Granny, I said, I'm going to see Hillary.
What'd you
And
do? What'd you do, Mike?
I was man, if I can find a picture, I'm gonna put it on here. I was right there on the line. She took my phone, Hillary Clinton did, and took me and her picture. She sure did.
Mhm.
And I'll never forget
Mhm.
that night at our
Well, when she
grandparents.
lost.
Yeah, and Granny gonna tell me, she said, it looked like your girl ain't gonna make it. But either way, uh they use the exact same speech everywhere. And I get it. I get why,
You talking about
but
Kamala?
I'm talking all of them, except well, Trump don't, because
Oh,
he be
yeah,
talking
well,
from his.
Kamala need changes because I'm starting to recite whole parts
Well,
by
look,
memory.
when Hillary Clinton came after that, every speech I saw her do, I'm like, she's saying the exact thing she said to
Well,
us.
because you have to remember the speech is for the people in the room, not
Right. Well, that's the point I
TV
was trying to
showing
get
it.
to.
Yeah. So it's
That's
a
the point.
different audience.
Right.
But still, I'm like,
That's
if
the
she
point.
does, I know Donald Trump's type. Like if she does
Right.
that
Right.
again.
That's the point I'm trying to get to is they got to realize everything you saying now is recorded and everybody sees it. So
Yeah.
every time I see you talk, you
And you
say
gotta
that.
add some. Now I will give him that JD Vance has said that like she ain't ad libbing or nothing. She just read
Mm,
and I mean she's playing it safe, but it's like, all right, you gotta
yeah.
talk too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this whole I did with fraudsters and sex
Mhm.
offenders and like I said,
Like
I know his
that's
type.
gonna be old by next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, come on now. Now, so far from what I've seen, but he's not the candidate though. No, we're not the presidential candidate. Tim Walz gives more of a
So did you know Tim Walz told, during the vetting process and all that stuff, apparently it's been reported that Walz, like this confess is a hard word because that's not what I'm trying to say, but he allegedly confessed to the campaign. He was like, I never read a speech off teleprompter.
mm,
And you can tell he's just
mhm.
talking. And that's
Yeah.
good. You want the person to just talk and be human. I
Yeah.
get it. I mean, she is still the sitting vice president, so she can't just say everything.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you can tell Walls is just up there talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little tired of seeing her speeches. Is because she's saying the same thing. All she doing is switching out the congressman and governor name, and
But I mean, that's like you said, that's what people do at all rallies. You just
but
paying
not
attention
Trump.
to it. Well, yeah,
Not
because Trump is Trump.
not Trump.
He's just talking and talking and talking.
Hey.
In
But
Trump's
I
press
think
conference, I was watching was it the Daily Show. Trump's press conference that he had the other day. He said he was going down in a helicopter and he was talking to it was the black mayor, former mayor of San Francisco. And then he said this man, while they were doing an emergency landing, was telling him about when he dated Kamala Harris or something. No, so Jon Stewart talked about it on the Daily Show. I'll send you the clip. And so that former mayor went on the radio or something, was like, I've never flown in a helicopter with Donald Trump. He was talking about another black man who was the, I think, former mayor of Los Angeles or something else, another black man. But that man also said, I've never had that conversation with Donald Trump. I say Donald Trump just be talking. Like, so sometimes talking too much is not good.
Well,
But you want to
there's a difference between talking and lying. I'm not saying to lie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
she
can,
gonna have to. Yeah.
yeah. That somebody needs to tell her, all right, you done ran that whole I know his type thing. That's
Yeah.
that's
And then, I mean, Joe Biden living his best life, right?
I keep forgetting about him. Every time I see a picture of him, I'm like, oh wow, who is this? Like I keep
So
forgetting
you
about
didn't
him.
see his interview Sunday.
I didn't watch it. I ain't watch it.
You
'Cause I'm
see a
like,
clip
I
or
keep
anything?
thinking he's not president no more in my head.
Don't say that. Some people believe he's not. He was asked if Donald Trump wins, does he think there'll be a peaceful transfer? And he's like, no.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And a lot of MAGA supporters are making some dangerous statements saying that if he loses, I saw this one woman at one of the rallies. She said if he loses, y'all thought January 6th was something.
Right.
That
And I believe that.
is going to be.
Yeah. I
It's
believe
like,
that. I believe it.
that's sad though.
Yeah. Well, this is where we are. What was I about to say?
On November the 5th, well, 6th, November the 6th, if Donald Trump loses, all black and brown people stay your tail at home. don't go to work. Don't go to the
Well, I'm
grocery
gonna
store.
have to be at work.
Don't, and you a reporter? I wish I would. I tell them, y'all fire me you want to. I'm not going to work today. Or we just gonna report from this news station today. That's what we gonna do.
Well, honestly, we've done stuff like that before where if we think, something like, all right, let's just do it from here, from the studio,
Yeah.
not be in the field.
You
No, that's a
think-
real thing.
You think on November the 6th, I go to the state capital of Texas, for example, as a black reporter? No. I tell whoever my manager, I'd be like, you can kiss my tail. I'm not going.
Well, my boss watches our show, so
oh yeah, he don't want you to kiss his tail.
She. Oh yeah. Now she'll understand what you're saying. And yeah, I mean, we take precautions in cases like that. It's a long time. It's a long time till November 5th. But right now, the tides have turned. It's just a matter of, I said this, I think last week, and I'll say this until November 5th. Thing is, you got to sustain momentum and energy. Being hype in August don't mean nothing if voters aren't hype in November.
But I think similar to Obama, it was a different type of hype. It wasn't a old white man hype with Joe Biden. It wasn't. It's not that. With Obama, this is a black man hype. With her, this is a black woman hype. This is a woman hype. It's a different thing. It's something that I think is gonna sustain. I've seen people here at the church who literally are, and they were not doing this for Joe Biden, who literally, when they getting off work, no lie, it's like literally people who are telling me this at church. They go into the local campaign offices and stuff and working. Like,
Yeah.
I think if she loses, it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be close. It's not gonna be.
Oh, this is what I was going to say. This is smart. While she's focusing on the Rust Belt, I think Georgia is still very much in play again. And what complicates things, and he said he's going to vote for Trump, but I mean, Donald Trump has been bad mouthing Brian Kemp, which is stupid strategy for Trump. Like, Brian Kemp is more popular than Trump in Georgia. Like,
yeah, people love Kemp. Well, Republicans love Kemp.
And so, like, I mean, Trump was talking about his wife a couple of days ago. Like, And so for that reason, I don't know.
That's the
Yeah.
craziest thing to me. I understand you put in party before your personal stuff, but
Mhm.
he dog out people, families, and they still support him. That's
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Where is Mike Pence?
Oh, so because Trump did the little thing, right? So Trump, remember, he created his own Twitter.
Truth Social. Yeah.
So, but he's back on Twitter now
hmm
because of the Elon Musk thing, and people reported Monday that he unfollowed Mike Pence.
See,
Mike
it's
Pence,
all that
he's
little
been
petty
going
stuff.
around doing interviews and stuff. He's been around.
Is he gonna vote for Donald Trump?
No,
Oh, he said no.
I think you should know.
Oh wow. Mm. Mm. But does that mean he's gonna vote for Kamala Harris?
No.
So he's just not gonna vote.
Just like Brian Kemp didn't vote for Trump in the primary.
But that's different. I'm saying, well, now we're talking about in the general. So Mike
Yeah,
Pence, who you
on
gonna
March
vote for?
15th, Pence said he's not voting for Trump or not endorsing Trump.
See, that's different. He might still
He said,
vote for
"Cannot
him.
in good conscience." No, I think he might write. I don't know if he said he would write in
Because
like
to me, people
Dick
like that,
Cheney or
you
something.
can't not vote. You got to vote. We can't tell people that voting is the most important right you have, and then you don't vote. You got to
No,
vote.
the people they vote, they write in someone.
I would, if I was him, I write my own self. I write Mike
No one
Pence.
wrote in Dick Cheney, like a big name. I forgot who it was. So. Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up. Man, it's a long time till election day. A lot can happen. DNC starts on Monday in Chicago. No. Yes. No. Yeah.
I think it is in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. It'll be interesting. Apparently, Joe Biden is talking night one. Former President Barack Obama is talking night two. Tim Walz will be three, and then Harris will be the last night.
Man, Republicans mad
Oh,
as all get
and
out.
Bill Clinton is. I think Clinton and Obama are the same day, or Clinton and Walz are the same day. But what?
I just saying, Republicans, they just gonna hate next week. And then
Oh, yeah.
did you watch any of Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee's funeral?
Yes.
It was nice, and Kamala came in there and messed up some of the stuff on the teleprompter, but it was nice.
Did you see how Hillary looked when she hugged her? And you
I
go
don't
back
know
and
that.
look. Hillary
Mm.
looked like, "I'm so proud of you." You gotta look.
She like us. Really, I won, but one more question. We're gonna get off. How do you feel? And this could be a 3-hour conversation, depending on how deep you want to go with it. But how do you feel about this whole popular vote in electoral college situation?
Yeah, that's a conversation for another day. Look, the electoral college is how we doing it. You can't. This is a quote out of Joe Biden's book. You can't say like you're only American when you win. You know what I'm saying? Like this is that's the guardrails of how we elect people. We've been doing it, so you can't complain when it don't work in your favor, and then be happy when you win. Obama, we weren't talking about no electoral college because he was just kicking butt.
Yeah,
So
he won both.
right, so it's the system. Now, if people on both sides said, "Okay, let's just do popular vote," then a Democrat really always gonna win.
Well, yeah, the Republicans would never agree to that because
Right,
California would just carry it.
correct. So this is the system that we have. Don't complain when you lose.
But when you think about it, though, that's not a real democracy. If you get 3 million more votes,
Yeah,
my Hillary Clinton,
yeah,
and you lose, that don't make sense.
Well, George Bush lost the popular vote.
Yeah. So what it shows is when people say, well, my vote don't count. If you in California, it kind of don't. it doesn't. It really doesn't. It's like in a state like Georgia, it does. But in California and New York a little bit, It don't. It don't. It does not. Excuse me. It doesn't.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching episode 28 of the Dialed In Show. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Actually, like, share, and subscribe. See you guys next week.
Have a great week.